Hey up fellow feudal survivors and generic YouTube bingers alike, how's it going? I'm Voxesto and today we're on Life Is Feudal MMO. We're starting off this new character. Look at him, he's got a beard, he's a Viking. So he's got some tattoos and stuff. So basically this is the starter island. This is where you'll first spawn in, stuff like that, to sort of get to grips with the game. I've done it once before and then I had to re-roll my character because I had like rubbish stats, so just gonna do it again and give like a little overhaul of it, sort of show you what it's like and just go through some bits and bobs, because the first time I done it, it was super confusing, and now I sort of know what I'm doing on the game. It should be a bit better. But I'll tell you what, there's a lot less trees here. I think this might be one what someone's like been on and like cut down all the trees or something. Yeah, look, there's all this sort of stuff. What's in there? Can you not open it, look in it? It's empty. Right, so anyway, this is due to release on Steam on the 1st of January 2018 into early access. This is the beta version of it. I mean, I can't see that it'll change much from what it is. It's a medieval survival MMO RPG, so massive map, massive open world. You make guilds and stuff. It's super grindy though, guys, so you definitely need the guilds. We're going to be doing our own guild called Brothers of Blade and Blood, and I'll leave a link in the description down below to the Discord channel for that. We haven't set everything up yet, but get in here early and get set up with stuff. But anyway, so here we go. This is our island. We'll have a little look at stats and stuff, what we selected. I've done like a stats video, it's probably the same character. But yeah, there's the stuff I'm rolling with that. Combat. I'm aiming slinger and assaulter. Obviously you have to have footman there, but I've got 1 point in both of them as well, just because I didn't know if you needed 1 point to actually use the first lot of them, because obviously I wanted all this stuff. Being able to use them as weapons is like pretty handy. And then this is stuff you just get anyway. And then stat wise, obviously I've got my constitution at 20, so that gives me bonus an extra 10 hit points, and then my willpower gives me the extra bit of stam, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm happy with my character. I'm going to mainly be doing, let's just equip this quickly. Oh, he's got some fried salmon. Oh, warm our bellies up with that later. So my main sort of role for this character is going to be, I'm going to roll carpentry and construction alongside hunting. So I'm going to do a lot of gathering of cutting down trees and stuff, because then obviously I unlock the archery stuff, because that'll go alongside the slinger, which is there. So it's slinger, then bows, crossbows and blah. But then construction, obviously I want to do a lot of the base building and stuff like that. But then hunting, because I want to go hunting to get the meats and get the levers, and I want to tame stuff. And then training horses and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about this game, guys. It looks really promising. You know, it could be one of them games what flops. I hope it's not. So let's just get stuck in with the starter island. And if you like the episode, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We're just going to have a little run about and a look. Right, so first things first. If you need to gather some stuff to get like your first tools made or whatever, just make sure you're not in. Am I not in the town here? What is it, F4? Yeah, okay. So if you press F4, you can see where the town actually is and where you're not allowed to terraform and stuff like that. So if we just go outside that, then right click on the floor, we can go gather. These will all be set to 1. We don't want to set just 1, we want them infinite. So we're just going to get some fibre, and literally every time the bar fills up you might get a bit of fibre. Didn't that time. Let's see if I do the second time. Didn't that time. See, this is what I mean. There's grindy games and then there's like crazy grind. There you go, I got 1 piece. We're going to need a lot more than 1, so I'm just going to stand here and let him skank on the floor for a minute. Right, looks like we've got a few bits now. I don't know how many we ended up getting. Six, that'll do. I'll just let this one roll out, just in case I get an extra. Cool. Then we're going to do it again, gather some flint. And he's just going to do his funny little pick at the floor. Look at that, it's weird. Whoa. But yeah, so how they're doing this is the starter island, what we're in at the minute, is like its own little server where there's like no PvP or anything like that. So you can sort of get to grips with the game here and sort of level up a little bit. There is a skill cap at 200. Whether or not you reach that here that's up to you. But once you've done a few quests and you've got that sort of them bits and bobs done and you've figured out the game, you then head over to that beacon over there, what you can see popping out the floor, and that's where you hand over your ticket to Abella, I think it's called, which is like the mainland, and obviously that's quite a big map, and then you're in the real game and then you start your journey. But as for this place, let's load the map up. Well, that's absolutely horrible. Let's make it a bit smaller. Actually no, let's make it bigger just for now. So we're there, the little town bit is over here, so you can sort of see the distant, you know, the span of this starter island is actually quite big itself, because like just over there is all the way where that beacon is. That beacon will sits somewhere around here. I think it's exactly there. So that's pretty nice. Let's just minimise this as nice as we can. If you're wondering about my hotbar, if you press F10 you can move about all your UI and stuff and resize it. I mean, all this sort of stuff was up here, and the message where you're gathering stuff would come up here, and everything sort of felt clunky and overlaid on each other. So I moved it all about. So I got health and stam down there, my character there, my hotbar in the middle, then the passive buff effects and active effects, and then my hunger there. 'Cause you don't need your hunger in your face like next to your stam and that, because it's not, well, it is important, but you know what I mean. So what did we get? We got 9 bits of flint. That's good enough for me. So we're going to just head over to a tree and get some branches, and then we're going to pop over to the town and see about them first quests. So look, here we go. This is why there aren't many trees about, because someone's cut a load down to build this little shack. So one of the quests is actually build a tiny shack for these orphan kids to play in or whatever, to knock about in. And literally, they're not too hard to do. They take like 10-20 minutes though. Definitely 10 or 20 minutes. If you don't know what you're doing, guys, it will literally take you all day to build one. So once again, just go up to it, gather a branch, and that'll pick a few branches off. So we're going to get 4 or 5 so we can make a couple of tools, and then we're good to go. Right, that looks good to me. We've got about 6. So once you've got everything you want to do, like, you don't even have to do any of this, guys. It just makes it easier, because as soon as you get your first quest in this little settlement, they'll say, oh, can you do this? You're going to need a spade. And then you've got to run all the way out of this boundary, like the town boundary, to actually gather stuff to make a spade. So you don't want to do that. Another quick note is on the hotbar down here, look, you can see a couple of abilities. This is called flee. It's actually a sprint, so if I hit that, there you go. I can move a little bit faster. And then we're just going to run along the beach to the town. There's a little guy knocking about down here. He says, oh, I'm not talking to you until you speak to the boss. So ignore all the NPCs and just head straight for the centre of the town. Right, so here we are at the town. Still raining just as bad. They should update their rain particles a little bit. I think they're a bit blurry, but that's personal preference. So there's a guy who's going to give you a quest. There's a woman who's going to give you a quest. They're all knocking about. Just follow the path to the house in the middle. There's a guy up there as well. And this guy will sort you out, and then you'll be able to get quests off everyone. So it's all proper nice. Where is he? He's right at the back on his throne. Or, well, I don't know if you call that a throne. It's not very good, mate. You could have got a better one. So you're going to talk to him. He's going to say all sorts of stuff. You can read it and blah, blah, blah. But we've already been through it. So he literally says this is a place where, like, stuff happens and bits and bobs go on. So we've got our first quest. Let's just press F10 so we can resize that box, because it looks hideous. Probably just up like that, so it's not as in the way. Homecoming, and we click on that. Bind to. See, this is the thing. If you resize stuff, sometimes you can't see what it actually says. Right, so bind to Lighthouse. Have a look. The Elder has offered the community building as a place to stay. I can use a prayer of homecoming to return there. Then you got a map location, but we know where it is. We're literally at it. So to bind to something, literally just walk up to it, right click, bind to Lighthouse. It will do a little pray. Have my offerings. So now when if I die, I don't know how you could die in this starter area, but if you do, you'll spawn back here. So that's all that's sorted. We're just going to run over here and get one of these quests from our matey, because it'll be easier to do this one first because he's the most out of the way of the town. Now there's a couple of quests you can't do, and well, you probably could, but you can't do them very quickly, and I'll go through that as well. So have a little chat with this fella. He's going to say, oh, hello, mate. Yeah, we've spoken to the Elder. He said, oh, what's going on? And then it's, oh, get some fish. So they teach you how to fish. Obviously, you get like this pop-up thing. You've probably had loads already. Mine didn't come up because I'd already done most of it. So fishing. Get a fishing pole, catch a fish, bring the fish to our matey. So obviously, we can see here we've got some bits and bobs. This is the inventory, by the way. Just press I to bring it up. Down here is where you craft stuff, so we're going to click on that and we're going to look for fishing pole. 1 branch and 2 fibre. Craft that bad boy. We don't want to mass produce because we only want 1. Wait for that to craft out. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Bish bash bosh, get a rod. So now we're just going to click on the rod. Sometimes in your inventory stuff will just go on top of each other, it don't really matter. It's just about the weight. Look, that's my max weight, carry weight, and that's how much is on me. Let's just equip that. And he'll stick it on his back. Massive pole! Right, so fishing is like super straightforward. There's no mini game involved in it where you have to reel in and you could snap the fish or anything. You just right click the water and then just fish. Do it infinite. It will take forever to catch 1 fish, but you'll get there eventually. There we go, we got ourselves some fish. A great catch, 1 herring. So we're just going to run over to our matey, hand that in. The job's good, and it seems pointless. You spend all that time trying to get the fish, and then it's like, ah, he's just going to have it. I've got some fish for you. There you go. Done. Quest over. Let's go find someone else. Right, just down the beach from our matey who done the fishing, we've got the blacksmith. Now I'm not going to pick this up because to actually do the quest, you need your mining unlocked. I mean, if you leveled your character up to a point where you could do it, then be my guest, like crack on with it. But it's going to take ages for us to level through to that, so we're going to skip him. We're going to go over to our matey, see what he has to say, what he's got to offer. So we say hello to him. Yeah, I've spoken to the Elder. What you building? Blah de blah. He's talking about building a ship, stuff like that. Oh, he doesn't give me a quest. I thought he did give me a quest. Oh, there you go. I want to be a carpenter. And he says, oh, I'll go saw some boards and stuff. So let's just hit tab so we can get to it. Get an axe, get a saw out a board, bring the board to the carpenter. So pretty simple stuff, guys. So once again, we've already got the mats. So we want an axe. I think you can go pick these up from somewhere else, but we're just going to make them because it's not too much hassle really, is it? And we want to make a saw. That's the axe done, that's the saw done. I think if we close this menu it actually cancels out that operation, so we don't want to do that just yet. There we go. We're going to equip this because that goes in your pocket, and then the saw will go on your back, so equip that as well. Obviously you can see they go into the hot bar as well. That's like your left hand, your right hand, and then on your back, left and right as well. I don't think you can, I'm not sure if you can have 2 things on your back. I'm yet to test that out. So we've got to run out of the town and look for a tree suitable to cut down to turn into a plank. So it'll be quite a run, so don't forget to use your sprint. Oh yeah. Just a little tip in case you didn't see it in your own like help text what pops up in the corner. The town border, like where you can and can't sort of build and stuff like that. If you press F4 or hold it, it'll highlight. If you press Control and F4, it'll toggle on and off. So like I've pressed Control and Alt 4 right now, so I know where it is, and I don't have to keep jabbing it to see where it is. So we're just going to head over to this tree and get our axe back out and then cut that bad boy down. Right, the cutting down of a tree is pretty simple. Look at it, right click, cut down. And he will smack until it's gone. He's proper missing it though, isn't he? He's just cutting the floor behind it. You know, set your character up so he's actually going to look like he's hitting it and it looks legit. Because it just looks funky. Well, he's getting there. He's getting there. Now, remember, when they do fall down, they can actually hit you. And if they hit you, it will actually hurt you. So, don't let the tree fall on you. I mean, it could be a good idea for like, inside your fortress or whatever, when you build a base, to plant a load of trees at the front gate, like facing the gate. And, you know, if the gate falls and people are storming in, just cut down all the trees really quickly. Oh, I wonder if anyone's done that or is going to do it. That'd be hilarious. I'd love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Just squash the enemies. Right, so once the tree's cut down, you get this bit of wood here. Hardwood log. So, stuff you can do with it. Obviously, you can saw it out for a building log, a board, and other stuff. Or you can pick it up and carry it to wherever you're currently building. So it's a bit easier to saw out and stuff. If you want to drop it, just right click the floor and then you just got to make sure it's not in the ground, so to speak, and then you can place it back down. But we just want a board, so we're just going to saw out a board. Literally, that's all you got to do. As long as you've got that saw equipped, it will do it all for you. So here comes our first board. Nice. Looks like we need to get 1 or 2. Let's have a look. Yeah, it don't actually tell us. I'm going to say it's 2. So how the logs actually work is they all have their own sort of weight of mats in them. And if you right click and inspect, it will tell you how much weight is in it of wood, so to speak. And then, oh, you want more than 2? You freak. But when I was building a house, last time I was on it, it was literally like the building logs. You only get like 1 per, and then you can get a couple of the boards. But I think the boards, you can get like 8 to 10 of them per log, so I don't know if that's changeable to the size of the tree or whether or not it's changeable to how good your skill is. Obviously with skill increase, you know, this could go quicker. Like obviously my carpentry is absolutely nothing, but look, you'll see like a little brief description: maximum quality of crafted wood and items, and just bits and bobs really. Look, tree cutting speed, see? Alright, okay, we've got the boards. Back to our mate. Here we are, mate. Hello. Yeah, got some. Thanks for the lesson. Look at all these, like, praying things. Idols or whatever they're called. So, we'll go find someone else. Looky, looky, looky what we have here. Hello. How is one? What? He's not got a lot to say about himself, has he? I don't know what in-game chat is. He's just talking to this old girl, this old dot. Right, okay, so we don't want to talk to her. We want to go find someone else to do. We'll see if this guy has one. I don't know if he does. I know a couple of them don't. Hello. Yep, I've already spoken. Okay, got it. Right. Pleasing the gods. Get a saw, get to the sanctuary, build an idol. Right, okay, so the sanctuary's just over here. And we've got to go cut another tree down. So I should have cut 2 down and brought a log back and dropped it off. You could do it that way so you can get through them quicker, but we didn't really think about it too much, did we? Let's turn the boundary back on. Miles to run. Nah. Oh. So it turns out you can actually cut them down here. I didn't think you could, that was silly of me. So don't run as far as I just ran. That's ridiculous. That's a silly thing to do. This is the way. I don't know why it said I couldn't before. Maybe it's because I didn't have an axe equipped. I don't know. Just noobing it. We're all noob. It's a brand new game. What do you expect? Well, that cut down quick, didn't it? Right, so build an idol. Cut down a tree, saw it into a log, start building an idol in an empty plot of land. Yep, that's cool. Right, so let's click on the log just to show you. So if you inspect it, you can see quality of 12, amount of wood 100. So if we saw out a log, we'll then get to see how much is left. So out of 100, how much we got left. Right, okay, so turns out it's 100 because it disappeared. So if the amount of wood in a tree, if it's like a big tree, if it's like 150, obviously you'd cut it down and then you'd have enough scraps to do a couple of boards as well. But we got to build one of these, and there's plenty to pick from as well. So we'll find a nice spot to pop one up, and then we'll go from there. I reckon this looks as good a spot as any, so we're going to right click the floor, erect an idol. Right, what idol do we want? There's loads of different ones. Let's pick a funky one. He looks pretty cool, doesn't he? I don't know what effect these have on anything in the game, but I'm sure someone will know. If you know, just pop it in the comments down below. Look at that, that one looks funny. Let's build him because he looks funny. Then we get to pick where it is. We'll build it. Yeah, we'll just build it there. He smacks to the floor. Sounds like it's hitting the shed or something. So then if we look at that, just need one building log. Go in your inventory, pop it in, and build. Nicely done. Today, we built a funky idol. Look at that. I'm going to stand next to it and get a screenshot. It doesn't look very good for a screenshot. One of the things I wish that they'd change about the game is the you can't scroll in and out. I mean, you can go first person if you choose, but you can't get more third person than that, which would be nice, especially for things like screenshots. Because if you're like me and you're a YouTuber, you're a bit of a screenshot pimp and you like good screenshots. And I mean, this is well limited. It's like locked in position. I can't do anything with it. I don't know if I can page up or page down. No, I can't do anything. But yeah, there's an idol. Right, carrying on with it. Let's go find another quest. Right, back in the town, right near the beam. We've got this guy here. He's a grave digger. Yeah, we've spoken. He's going to say, oh, you need to start digging and stuff. Right, okay, so to start off with, we're going to need a spade. I don't know if we've got enough for a spade. Well, a shovel. No, we just need some fibres. We've got to have a run anyway because we need to go to where the clay is to dig. Let's just pull the map up. So the clay is about... I'll just enlarge this quickly for you. The clay sits about here, look, on this dark spot. So we're just going to run all the way over there. And then we should be good to go. I might leave that open actually. Don't forget to hit 6 to sprint. Right, so here we are where the clay is. There's always like a couple of these dug out bits. I'm not too sure about that. You don't need to dig like that. I don't know why people do. So literally we're just going to build that shovel. Just need to grab a few more flint before we go back to town as well, because I'm going to need a sickle in a minute. So once that's built, whack it on your back. Let's see if we can actually put it here. Does it let us equip both? We'll see. Be cool if it did. I don't think it does though. No. Okay. So we've got the spade out anyway. Just look at the floor, right click, use shovel. Right, now this is a massive part of the game. Let me just hit F3 and then that'll give us like the sort of display of the height of the floor and stuff like that and how it all works. So if you want to build anything like a little shack, it needs to be on level ground. So all this would need to be flat, and all you do is literally go there and then flat ground. So you'll need to keep doing that. As you're doing it, you might need mud if you need to raise it, well, soil, or you might gain soil because you need to dig down. But once you've got soil on you, if you throw it out of your inventory, the floor you're standing on will raise as well. So it's a funny game to play. But then once you've got one flat, if this was flat, if I stand on it and dig the one next to me while standing on this one, it'll just match up to it. And an easier way to get around a lot of it is, just so you ain't got to do this every time, once you're in here, obviously we want to just dig down. We don't want to dig a slope or something, we just want to lower ground. So if I right click that, that's going to go into my default. So just going to have that up so we look now with the... Oh no, you're joking, aren't you? So with the spade out, I can just click on the floor without having to select what action I want to do. So you can imagine how much easier that'll become when you're like digging out a massive bit. See, look, I got 60 clay from that. I'll get about 2 or 3 stacks of that, and then I'm full. But if you're flattening loads of land, you'd obviously want it hotkeyed to just one click on like on the infinite gather of it. So there you go. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it done, I think. Yeah, return to the gravedigger. So like, let me just pull this up again so you can see. Like that bit of floor, well this bit of floor, because you can see it easier, is at exactly 10.0. If I chuck this 180 clay out, you'll see he puts it down in parts and it ultimately raises the floor. So it's a pretty cool mechanic, guys. I really like it. We're going to be digging for so long. That's my only worry. We're going to dig so much, it's going to be unreal. And also, let me know what you think about the brightness of the game, because in the settings, let me just show you, there is a general sort of brightness. Yeah, there's brightness here. I'll set it to full because it's quite dark if you have it at normal. You see what I mean? It's like mega dark. We don't want that. So let me know if it's too bright or whether or not it's probably fine. I mean, it looks fine to me. The only problem is when we get to mainland, and it might not be raining all the time. It might just be a little too bright for you. Bright for the eyes, but a bright screen is better than a black screen. You don't want it dank and nasty. So here we are at the dig and bezeler. So I dug the pit. And there you go. Now we need to find something else to do. You literally just got to go around the town until you've done enough for it to say, yeah, you've redeemed yourself. You've totally redeemed yourself. I think I'm going to look for the farming one. Is it this guy here? He looks like a farmer, doesn't he? I've already spoken. Yes, a garden. Cool. Right, the harvest. Let's have a look. That was a massive loud noise. Right, get a sickle. Oh, I didn't get any flint, did I? You got like... Can I get a sickle from somewhere else? No? Did he just give me one? No. Oh, you suck. Right, I got some flint. Let's get the sickle. Produce. Let's see if this does quit it. Yeah, it does quit it. Confirmed. Just thought I'd check that. And if you do quit it, it doesn't actually use your resources, which some games that happens, and it's quite annoying when that happens. There you go. We got our circle. Just pop that on there. Just want to equip it as well. Then we've got to run back to the town. Oh yeah, if you see a tree and it looks like there's apples on it, like this one, you can go up to it and gather some apples. Because you might get hungry, look. I've got like 39 hunger left. There you go, look, got an apple. Let's munch that, because I haven't shown you eating. Eat. I wonder how much food it gives us. Let's have a look. 39. 41. So 2. 2 food out of 100. So the average human, before they're full, and they've got a full belly, they need to eat 50 apples. I couldn't eat 50 apples in one sitting, guys. I could not eat 50 apples. That's ridiculous. Maybe like 10. I think I'd probably eat 10 or 15 apples. Not 50. That's too much. Right, here we are at the farm. For all of you who can't figure out where the farm is, just next to the town. You got to like walk not very fast, just below this like open green field, what it reckons is there. But it's not too hard to find. Just run around the town in circles until you find like this stuff. So literally all we're going to do is you just go up to it and just gather the stuff. Alright then. For some reason my cursor's gone all funny. Really? Maybe I need to equip something and unequip something, and then it'll figure out what it's doing. Okay, here we go. Gather grape. What have we got here? Get some peas. Looks like carrots. Huh? I need a shovel equipped? Oh, you didn't tell me that, did you? Oh, can't you just pull one out of the ground? Idiot. Looks like onions. It's onions. What have we got here? Potatoes? Potatoes. Get them taters in you. What's this one? More potatoes. Really? You're expecting a famine? Ridiculous. Ooh, cabbage. Nice. He's got that sickle. Then the last two is the wheat. Look at that, look. Oh, I could go gladiator on this. I can't remember the song. What an idiot. Gather wheat. Last but not least, flax. Look at him in that long grass. Raptors in there, mate. Right, so that's all that stuff done. Absolutely loads of stuff. Obviously, you can imagine, because the game wants to be realistic and have, like, every part of it actual survival in there. Obviously, you've got all these ingredients. You can probably make more. I'm not too sure. But, obviously, there'll be all the meats as well and stuff like that. So, all the cooking and brewing and all that sort of stuff's in the game. It's going to be proper awesome. I can imagine, because I'm going to be playing with Monk, he's probably going to want to do some brewing. Get some mead on the go for us. And we're back to our matey. We just done your crops, mate. They're sorted. Oh, I didn't actually need to talk to him about it, did I? Derp. Right, so... don't know what we're going to do next. I don't really want to do that woman there, because we're going to have to go everywhere to do it. Right, let's just do it. Hello. No, I didn't. No, why? I'll be off then. We talked to her. Right, let's pick the things we should have done. Yes. I'm looking for food. Yep. Okay. Okay, so she's just give me stuff. Oh, right, help her with something. Look for her children. Where are her children? Find the cook's children. There's a swamp near some fields to the southeast of the village. You can look for the cook's children there. Thank you. Hopefully they are actually there. Right, so we know this way's southeast. And there's apparently a swamp. Not too sure. Right, these kids could literally do your head in if you don't know where you're going. But looking at the mini-map, look, you can sort of see where I am. And here they are. Hello, Sprogs. Get back to your mum. There you are, you idiot. Oh no, you're not allowed to play. So you talk to this guy, and he's like, "Oh, I want a help. I want a shelter and stuff." So we're gonna have to build him a shelter. So let's just make sure we're not in the build area. Yep, we are. So we're going to run just out of it. Which, oh, we're going to literally have to run over there, aren't we? Just run somewhere where there's A, lots of trees, B, not like in the village, because obviously I don't think it will let you build. And C, somewhere flat. Because this ain't flat. We ain't building here. We'll be here all day just flat. Well, this is flat, but I can't build here. Just find somewhere flat. Seriously, guys, you'll be here all day doing it. And this is just the starter zone, so you can imagine what it's like in the real world. Spades cause blisters. Right, we've just got out of the build zone. This looks semi-good. A lot of 20s. I've got a flat a bit anywhere. Possibly down here. See, it's easier if you've got this menu open, because obviously you can see how flat it is with all the numbers and stuff. No, that's getting worse that way. So we want like a 4x4 area for this. I think we're just gonna have to go with here. Some trees right next to us, so it shouldn't take too long. Get your spade out. And then all we want to do is Flat the ground. Right. Do it when you're not standing on it then. Alright, okay. So we'll do it from this side. Because it's trying to raise it. There you go. It'll always copy the one you stood on. So this is the one. See how many attempts it takes to make it green. I mean, what you want to do is, right now, because I didn't do it, even though I told you to do it like plenty of times, is on this, just right click that, and then it's your default, and then you can just keep clicking left click, and it's all good. The only other thing I'll say is to try and make your life easier, because look, we've got green now. Now that is probably higher than this, so if we do this, it'll take some of the soil out of my pocket and place it onto it, because we don't want to overburden on soil. See, that one I'll need to dig, that one I can place. So try and be strategic with where you're digging and where you're placing soil, because obviously the stuff you dig you can then use the other side to place. See, like there, I can't do it because I need the soil, so I'll just quickly pop to this one, have a little dig, get on spade mate, go on, and then I can pop one there. You see how this is working? It's alright, isn't it? It works alright. We're getting there, guys. It does take a little while, but we're getting there. I would say definitely do all these quests if you're like proper new to the game, because you're going to want to know what's what. Because, well, there's no point in jumping in a game with not having a clue what you're supposed to be doing and saying, I don't want to do any of it. That's not playing the game, is it? But look, we've got 3 by 3 plus 1. We just got to dig out these 3 here, and then we're good to go. We can start lobbing trees down. Right, so here we are with our 4x4 structure. We're just going to open this. So what we need to do is get a hammer, build a shack, report to old matey. So let's build a hammer. Which hammer? Prim hammer. Get it. Oh, we need some plant fibre. Well, that's cool. We're literally standing on some. So we'll just grab one of them. I think we only needed one. Oh, typical that we wouldn't get one on the first grab, innit? See where this game's going. It's got me, hasn't it? Trolled me. Oh, we need flint. Okay. Right, so make sure you got the tools for the trade before you participate in this sort of stuff. And also, digging is hungry work. As you can see, my hunger is down to like 14 now. So that'll last what gives us that soup. I reckon it's about time to scran that down. I think we're going to be munching that. Let's have a munch on that soup first. Eat. Better be good stuff. How much do we get from a soup? A considerable amount. I'm not too... Alright, cool. Yeah. Not too annoyed about that. I thought it was going to get about 10. Right, so we've got hammer. We'll put hammer in pocket. And equip that. Don't really need the spade out anymore. And we're going to build simple construction. We're going to go to residential, tiny shack, build it. Right, so now we need to find where our green placement was. Needs to come this way a little bit. That's not the way I thought it was going to be. Right, that's cool. Right there. Yeah, smash that in. Might take a little bit of a while. Might take a little while. So just bear with it. Bosh. There it is, look. That's all we got, scraps. So if you right click that, you can go into this menu. We need 10 boards, 5 logs, 20 fibre. Nice and easy. Let's get cutting down some trees. It's quite handy that we've got all these trees like right around us. I'm just going to equip the saw as well, so we ain't got to mess about with that at a later date. Get them trees smacked down. Smack it down, mate. Smack it down. Is he hitting that this time? Oh, look at that. Just marries itself into that wood. Beautiful. We've got to do some sawing, haven't we? 10 planks. So while you're sitting like a little bit bored sawing out all these planks and stuff, start having a look through your skills and stuff. See which way you want to go, see what you got to unlock next and stuff like that. Is that it? Get more. Don't slack. Do a bit of digging, look. See, look, has this gone up? Yeah, it's gone up like 0.85. And digging... Apparently digging hasn't done anything. It's weird, isn't it? Well, you can see how slow the gain is. This has gone up 0.62. Right, let's add these to the structure quickly. How many did we get? We got 2. Oh, we need the hammer out. It's just one thing after another sometimes, isn't it? Yeah, we'll just stack them in there. That'll be alright like that. Can I not get any more out of you? What you got? 10 left. That's no good. Let's cut down the next tree. Bosh. So I've just stopped and checked how much wood a board actually consumes, and it's 20. I can confirm it's 20. So I should be able to get another 2 boards out of this, and then it'll deplete itself. Is it gonna disappear? Oh yeah. Wow, I'm super heavy. So look, I'm moving slow, but look, my carry weight, I'm like well over the limit. It doesn't really affect you until you're over... Oh, hammer. Yeah, it don't really affect you until you're actually at the capacity, so it's pretty good to know. So we've got another 5 of them. Need another 3. And then start getting some fibre and some logs. Look at that though, trees right next to us. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. This is the best place to build on, I reckon. Oh yeah, if you're wondering what... No, escape. If you're wondering why it's... Oh, okay. If you're wondering why it's looking a bit ghostly at the minute, that's because it's actually night time, and with the brightness up, it's just makes you look a bit like a ghost. We're haunting these trees. Haunt them down. Bosh! Right, so this tree was a bit of a bigger one. It's got 160 weight in it. So what I'm going to do is, instead of going straight for the boards, I'm going to build a log first, and then use what's left to get the boards, because I don't want to waste my wood. I don't want to waste wood. So after getting 1 building log, you can see it's got 60 left. So that's enough for my 3 boards, what I needed. So that's perfect. And the logs take 100. 100 of the weight. Right, okay, back out the plot. And we've got all the wood we need for the job. Now I just need to get some fibre. 20 bits of fibre. It's quite a lot of fibre, guys. But you can literally, you know, we're in the starter area. I can just AFK and do this. Don't even worry about it. He'll just keep going, won't he? Yeah. As you can see right here, we've got all the ingredients we need. Just hit build. Watch this. This is going to blow your mind. This is going to be the best tiny shack you've ever seen. Little Timmy's going to be so happy. Or Loader, whatever his name was. Right, okay. So, it didn't build. What are we missing? 5 and 10. 5 and... Right, okay. So this happened before. There might be a log intruding. I bet it's that one. Like, I spent ages doing this last time, and I was like, the game's broke. Fed up, uninstalling it. I'm not happy with anything in my life. Right, so we're just going to move that up and place that out of the way. There might be a couple more what I like. Oh, look, there's one. So just move these logs out of the way. Over there, yeah. That'll do. You can actually place logs on top of each other. It's pretty cool. Right. Where's the plot? There. Do a quick perimeter check. Anything obstructing? No, it might have just been that. We'll soon see. Build. Take 2. Let's have a go. Smack that building together, mate. Go on. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. No. It didn't work again. Right, okay. So, is it another log, or do you literally have to do it like a lot of times? I'm not too sure. It's hard to say. Well, I can't see any logs intruding. Just have another go. Right, this time I'm going for the stand really far away from it approach. And it worked. Right, so I guess you can't stand inside it and build it around you. But there it is, our lovely home. Beautiful. Yay. Took me about 20 minutes. Nah. Let's go to little Timmy and see what he says about it. Oi, Timmy, you little freak. We've done your house. It's all good. What has he got? You've got a little wooden horse. You got a little wooden horse, mate. Let me speak to you then. I can't do anything with this object. You've got to be kidding me. Talk. He's not an object. It's done, mate. Yeah, give me the rewards. Cool. Apple's country. You don't know what Apple's country is? Well, there you go. Sail to the mainland. Just literally go see the ferryman under the pillar. Job's good and Bob's your uncle. We are out of here. And that pretty much concludes it, guys. That's like the starter area all wrapped up. Playtime, it's probably took me about an hour and a half. Hour and a half sort of time. So I don't expect to jump in and be like, oh, quick 5-minute job, bash it out, get it done and get in the main game. You're gonna want to learn it. If you played the previous Life Is Feudal, you might not need to learn it, but I definitely needed to learn it. I was noob and I didn't have a clue. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the show, guys. Hope it helped in any way, if anyone got stuck. And if you did, hit that thumbs up button. Not if you got stuck. Don't hit the thumbs up button if you got stuck, bless your soul. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed it, guys. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to be doing a series on the game. And we're going to be doing some guild stuff as well. It's going to be proper cool. The guild's going to be pretty open, so if anyone wants to join, there's a link in the description down below to the not to the Steam group, to the Discord channel, so we can all have a chat on there. We haven't started yet. We're waiting to get a few people in and get set up. But yeah, I'm Voxesto. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Take it easy.